Good afternoon, everyone. I am Pratik Rajnan, CPC of BTech CSC Batch 2, second year. Here we the student of BTech CSC Batch 2 gathered to discuss about the topic New Education Policy.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Ajay Kumar.
Good afternoon everyone, I'm GJUST Sharma from CSC Batch 2.
Good afternoon everyone, I am Amisha Bharati from CSC Batch 2 second year.
Good afternoon everyone, I am Ankita Sarona from BTech CSC Batch 2.
Good afternoon everyone, myself Vallabh from BTech CSC Batch 2.
Good afternoon everyone, myself Nandini from BTech CSC Batch 2.
I am Sanju from BTech CSC Batch 2. So our discussion is on the topic new education policy. As we all know that education is the most powerful weapon that we can use to change the world. Education is very essential for the development of our society and for the world. We could various types of education in our daily life, from schooling, in schooling from teachers, in home from parents, in college from lecturers, from professors. We got various types of education in sports, in subjects, in activities, etc. So education is very important. But with the passage of time, the requirement of education in everything is changing. So there is a need to make a system that changes the education with the passage of time. So according to this, the education policy was first implemented in 1968 by Prime Minister Indira Gandhi in India for the first time. Later on, that changes with the passage of time. In 1986, it is changed by Prime Minister in 1968, and then in 2020 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In new education policy, the major changes are done. The first major change was that the right to education. The first right to education means last time we got the education up to 14 years is necessary, but now it has changed. It is 18 years to get the necessary education. So education is very important in every field for our job occupation, for our career opportunities. So we got schooling education from 10 plus to grades, but now this is changed. The grade has divided into 4 parts: 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4, in which we got primary education from our home, from primary schools. Then we got education from schools. Then we got education from our institutes. So education system will change now according to the time for the every field. So I want to discuss some other points like the requirements of education in institutes, colleges has changed. The major changes in degrees, diplomas, and the curriculum activities added in the subjects. We got many subjects as options in now education policy.
So let's discuss about the changes that are made in school system. So the school system is divided into four stages: 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4.
So now education is compulsory for the at the age of the 18 years, as Sanju mentioned. So apart from this, in the private aided school or private unaided school, there are 25% reservation seat for the EWS, SC or ST category student, which cannot afford to pay the fees, but would pay the school fees at the level of the government school.
I agree with you, Ajay. The new education policy also focuses on the people who are lagging behind in terms of finance condition. The government tries to aid them with their scholarship policies so that a person who is lagging behind in the financial condition can also get a basic education. Providing a basic education with the perspective of the critical thinking and the problem solving skills will provide the student with education, proper training that will be required in their future workplaces. The students which are further being trained upon their critical thinking, problem solving skills make them ready for working in their further jobs. The student which will focuses on their education along with their practical skill which are required in the industries which make them the student more skilled. The inclusion of the internship opportunities in the school's level will also aid the student, making them more developed in their particular field that they are interested in, and making them aware of go through with the market demand and the industrial application that they are required to do in their particular field. Providing students with a combination of stream choices, making them available the choice of stream taking science or commerce or a particular part of a science stream so that they get a combination of their demand or interest so they may proceed further in that streams. Not only comprised or limited to only the pure commerce, arts and math side, this envisions their choice of stream further, due to which the student can develop more and get their education in their required and the interested field further. The inclusion of the digitalization in the new education policy make the system more standardized. The digitalization also encompasses us with the problem that in the many of the backward regions of the country or say the rural areas where the people lag behind in the digitalization or adaptation of the new technology, the student there will may lag behind with the modern student or the students residing in the further updated or developed cities. This will create a gap of education between the students, which will not might be a good effect with this new education policy. So we should also look further into this.
So I would like to add one more point. National education policy emphasis on the holistic development. It basically focuses on the application-based learning. And beside this, they also empower us to educate the teachers in this field as well. Because as per the previous rules, the teachers were not that much educated. Means like they were not known of the application-based learnings, like digitalized learning that as you mentioned. So it focuses on the teacher recruitment process, that they should be merit-based system, and they should also have master degree, and they should have practical skills too, because this would enhance their teachings to students, that they will engage students in the practical learnings that will give them more exposure to the real world scenarios and all that. So this is very important. And also beside this, teachers are provided with compulsory 50 hours annually training, like in which they are informed about the updated systems, about the different technologies like smart boards and all that, e-commerce websites and all that, so that students can be provided with more rational education rather than just rote learning and all that. So it stands strongly on the rote learning based system.
I agree with the learning, but based upon the talking upon the training of the teachers. Further talking upon this point, first of all, one of my teachers said that changing the mindset of a student is quite easier than the changing the mindset of a teacher. This states that the teacher who is already learned with a certain degree, it will be made difficult to change his mindset as the prior the mindset he might be having. Changing according to the new policy will require a proper guided and targeted guidance so that the teacher might have get into the new updated technology and go through it. And providing Such a long hours of training session without guidance will require a cumbersome of budget, which will be required, and the financial condition of students also might be lag behind in this national education policy. So government need to generate fund for the training of the teachers along with providing the scholarship opportunities to the students residing in the rural areas will occur as a challenges in the new education policies. So the financial or the budget problem might also be faced by the government in changing the new education policy or making implementation of the new education policy.
So as you mentioned about the financial budget problem, so that will only increase up to 6% in GDP for implementing the national education policy to the all over India.
The national education policy also provides online learning methods and distance learning, but this can be difficult for the people living in the rural areas because they might not have a good internet connection or might not even have phones, laptops for them to study. And even the students who are doing courses from distance learning, most of the company do not provide them employment because they don't want anyone to work with them who has done learning from distance learning methods.
So as per mentioned, due to distance learning, there are many problems in the companies. When we got degrees only in a distance education, there is a problem. When students not get a proper skill development, when we have a good communication skills, communicate with others properly, that helps us to understand the point of views of others in the companies. That helps us to learn the skills in company also. In rural areas, the students not got many technological knowledge, so that also helps to not get the proper education. But when we want to get a proper employment, then there is a need to get good communication skill and technological knowledge. So there is a need to for the government to educate the student to communicate for the communication skills to give them proper skill education communication skills, provide them a program, creating some other activities that helps to communicate with others. It helps them to grow in proper environment that helps them to go implement in the companies.
Yes, you have well explained. I would like to further add my views on the cognitive aspect of the education policy. So there is a must to learn about the cognitive learning. So what is the cognitive aspect of the education? So from cognitive aspect, that's about learning about the culture also. So new education policy adds the mother tongue instruction. So the children learn at a very early stage their mother tongue also, so that they get to learn about their culture, about the culture that is surrounding him, the environment that is surrounding him, the environment that is growing him, for their better cognitive aspects.
I agree with you, Ajay. Starting with the initial stages in the children's study with their mother tongue will aid in making their education possible in a very simple way. As a children residing with their family, living, speaking all day, the mother tongue will make them available to attain the education at the pre-primary level with mother tongue very easily. Further, talking upon the future demands, the English also a professional language is also might be required in many of the further their workplaces. So, implementing other languages subject in their study system may also help them aid in attaining a good communication skills. The new education policy also focuses on the vocational skills development along with the soft skill development. That is, focusing on the communication skills and the personality development with the teamwork opportunities for making them student to work in a collaborative activities and also making them ready for their future demand and development. Making a student well-being good, making their personality development in their good opportunities might be a right option.
So this policy provides a very special platform like Diksha. You all know, maybe listen to that. It is a free platform where the students can get their knowledge from the regional language itself. So it's a free platform provided by the government to each and every student so that they can access to very higher education at their own, at the home itself, and also portals like NPTEL learn from their home with the best education possible.
Furtherly, the government also provided certain seminars and webinars conducted timely for the development of the students along with the training of the teachers. Such webinars and seminars are compulsory for making the students aware of many other things along with their education. The seminars and webinars conducted timely will make them aware of the market trends along the students with the teachers are aware of what are going in the present scenario. For example, the present scenario of the cyber theft was going on and the government conducted many seminars on the awareness regarding the cyber theft, which will aware the students along with the teachers, providing them a guidance or the point of prevention, how to prevent them from being a part of the cyber theft. So these seminars and webinars also aid to make their mind wider upon these trending topics.
So main aim of this national education policy is to reduce the stress level of the student. So many times we hear the problems that when students suicide or they get less marks because what they do, the current policy was that all the things they have to mug up. But this is now application based learning. So they would understand better with the proper technology so that they will remember for a long time. And the education policy is designed such a way that they can use that education in the in the future of their life.
The new education policy also emphasizes on human values, which is also essential for learning because human values teach the students about how to behave, how to talk, how to communicate, which is also essential for them to get employed because communication is a key factor.
Soft skills is a very important factor in this new education policy. As my teammate has said that it's going to a lot of personal development skills.
So, but new education policy has many challenges faced in this program. There are many challenges. How to implement the new education policy in India? It was first implemented in Odisha for the new education policy system. But with the passage of time, the challenges are increasing day by day. We don't have proper technological knowledge, we don't have proper activities that helps us to improve our personal development and improve our skills. So there is a need to provide the proper infrastructure, proper technologies, proper environment so that they can get easily proper education that is required for every field in today's world.
So before report cards are only based on marks, but due to this new education policy, the reports card will access about personality and then it will also give the assessment of the personality and critical thinking and self-thinking that will develop a confident personality.
So there is a mindset in the society that science, commerce are very important for the students to learn. There is no importance of the activities like in sports, like in getting some communication skills, some other human values subjects. So there is a need to add that subject in the students for compulsory so that they get the proper education of that and their mindset can be changed. So they can easily understand how to communicate with people, how to interact with them, how to respect them. So there is an important point to add the subject that helps us to improve our personality. So as we all know that after 12, after 10, we only got the proper subjects. Like in science, we got only maths, chemistry, physics, bio. In commerce, we get account, business, and economics. In arts, we got only history and politics subjects. But there is a need to learn about environmentals, about environment, how to set our environment, how to change our mindset. There is a need of that type of subjects. But we only got the rote type subjects that we have to write and give the exams to pass it and to come on the colleges. So there is also a need to change the mindset of board so that they can easily help the student to not only wrote the subjects, to learn them, to understand them. So with the help of changing the board system, they can easily learn some other things. They can develop their mindset. If we change the board system, the questions are not important. But the important is that what we are learning in books, so say that the government has changed this education system with the proper point of view so that every student can develop themselves in that environment that they want.
But this increase of choices in subjects can also increases burden on the student because they can take many subjects, but they also have to maintain their grades in each and every subject, which increases burden on the student because of grades.
So there are many impacts of new education policy in our life. As the education is only based on marks. When we are in colleges, our education is based on diploma, certificates, degree. But we are only apart from getting degree, marks and etc. But when we go to proper opportunity, when we have a proper knowledge about anything that we are doing, can help us to improve our knowledge, can set our career better, is the important. But as we all know that we only got a education that there is a professional degree in any subject, only like importance of law, engineering, doctors,